Okay. I actually prefer it cutting out every like 15 minutes because it splits my. It means I don't have to split it in YouTube, which is good. But yeah. So you are in Dwellings Moor, and I'm going to move you across to another map because this is the advantage.
See, what you didn't realise, Dean, is
Start.
Twitch are actually providing you a service.
Yeah, yeah. But being shit, but being alright about it. You know. I fucking hate Twitch. But anyway, let's carry on. So, you guys have come into the centre of town, which is here. Like, you're in the old market. And, what's his name? Oh my god. What's David's character's name?
Rezon.
Rezon, yeah. Rezon has left you at the Wise Gate, which is at the top. And he's gone into the farms nearby to acquire, to get on a caravan to go to the clan lands to sell all of the stuff. And you guys approach in the centre of the market, and it's a bustling, well, hamlet really. You know, people have come here to sell wheat and grain and wood, timber from the local lands, and mainly horses as well, because Raid Mirians are all about the horses, you know. So a lot of the stock and a lot of the actual peasantry have come in to sell all of their tax and food and basically everything. There aren't many like exotic items in this place. And there's a blacksmith who's in this hut here. He's just there, and the Severed Hand is a lovely inn where you can stay. But a lot of people, yeah, a lot of people are looking at you rather quizzically at the moment. They're looking at you with a sort of a, you know, that sort of thing. And one steps forward and just sort of grabs Magnus by the arm and says, "Here, stop!" And then turns you around, Magnus. What's your reaction to being?
Well, I give him a contemptuous look of, "Why are you putting your hand on me, peasant?"
Okay.
And just go, "What is it you would want?"
Okay. Cool. He basically says, "You lot, no, we don't like. I know where you're from, right? I know what your eyes are like. I know what your ears are like. You're a fucking Valenrefian. We don't like you lot around here." And I found a few of them are like turning around, like muttering, agreeing words with him. It's like several burly men just like sort of start walking towards your position of where you three guys are.
I sort of go, "Ha! Well, I don't like them either, so that makes two of us, I guess."
Oh, okay. Roll a can't remember what the thing in the system is, considering I wrote it.
D10.
Cunning.
Cunning, yeah. Roll a cunning D10, please.
As opposed to a regular D10.
We've been doing the oh good. We've been rolling the talents wrong as well. When you're rolling to activate a talent, you don't use your modifier. You literally just roll a D10 to try and get underneath your thing. But when you're rolling, when I say roll against your cunning for me, then you do use it. You know, you use it. Okay, so this man's like, "Oh right, well, you see that that's the case then," and then walks back into the Severed Hand quite flustered. And with a few more like blokes come out and they just start looking at mainly Magnus and Hoshi with like suspicious looks, and it's like, "Oh, fucking Easterners," and like one of them spits near Hoshi's feet and strolls past her. And like so it's not the most auspicious of welcomes from the people of Dwellings Moor at the moment. It's supposed to be high summer, but there's a light rain in the air, and it's quite cool. And people's tempers seem to be frayed somewhat. People recognise that Logan is a knight until they give him a wide berth. Like, they're not really interested in tangling with him. But
so they're not interested in tangling him, and yet they'll insult us. How lovely.
Magnus is getting a bit of a, you know, when a dick walk past you and he like gives you like an elbow shove or a shoulder shove, you know, as you go past. Magnus, that's happened to you like 3 times, you know, so it's like getting quite tiresome now.
I'll sort of lean into Hoshi and sort of go, "And they call us rude."
Apparently,
honestly,
Hawaiian Ned just said, "UKIP runs this village." So, yeah, like, yeah.
Middle class joke.
Yeah, yeah.
I demand to see your leader, Nigel Farage, at once.
Yeah. You just like pull Nigel Farage out and just throw him into the muck and just like, there he is, fucking. No, anyway. No, don't fuck Nigel Farage, you know, if you don't want.
That's what we do.
I was kind of hoping someone would come out and just say, I am Sir Nigel Farage.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So yeah, what are you guys gonna do? What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna go
any gear
see if there's any food stalls, like to restock on supplies.
I'm gonna see if there are any tailors or dressmakers around. Does that kind of thing? I doubt it.
The dressmaker is
but...
there is one, yeah, but it's in the new market, which is the upmarket place at the bottom of the map that you can see.
Okay. Well, can I go down there?
You certainly can. You go down there, and we'll stick with these guys for a while. Logan and Magnus, what do you want to do? There is a blacksmith, and there is like, you know, a few little services around that you can take advantage of.
Well, I was going to go see about getting some food.
Okay.
Because we'll need it.
That's fine. The Severed Hand will offer food, and obviously the Butcher will offer food as well, which is here. So, and the smell coming from the
I'll
Butchers
see about
is...
getting.
All right, yeah, that's fine. You walk over to the Butchers, and the smell is foul, and to your like Valenrethian senses, you know, you're used to you're not supposed. Every time you're in a situation like this, Magnus, your mind just harks back to a better time. You know, when you didn't have to put up with this bullshit. And so, like, the smell... There's also a tanner's place. And if any of you have ever been near a tanner, they literally use piss and shit to get... You know, to make leather. And the smell coming from this area of the market is absolutely rancid. And so, Magnus, you walk over there and you just see this butcher with, like, a really filthy apron on. Just slamming his cleaver into this bit of meat that he's preserving with salt. And you know... Your stomach just sort of turns a little bit because you realise that's what you've got to buy, because preserved meat, so you can eat it on the road and things. So, you know. Oh, money.
Well,
I need to know what money people have, please. If that's all right.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
I have. Oh, that was 2. I have that money.
Oh my god.
800. 420. Hoshi, how much money do you have? Is he still there? Or is he now disappeared?
Hoshi.
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted.
That's okay. Again?
There you go.
Take the bread basket off your head and...
100 No, I haven't got a breadboard on my head anymore. and that's not why it was muted. It was muted because I pressed mute because I was eating a cookie.
Okay.
I think I have 125 gold.
Okay. Alright. Right. Would you like to accost this man, Magnus?
I would like to request some salted meat.
Okay. So you come up to
Not
the...
again, guys.
You come up to the counter and he leans over and goes, what would a prancing nobleman like you want with meat? Like from the stall.
Well, even a prancing nobleman would have to eat something.
Do cunning again. I just want to see how often you can charm the peasantry. Cool. Say you do not like Valenrethians. Oh, that's good. That's fine. He's like, wow. Any customs, good custom, I suppose. And like just, like he literally cuts off a pig's head, but it's dried out. All the blood's been drained out of it. Like it's halal meat or something. And he just cuts off the head, and like throws it into like a watered sack, lined with salt. And gives it to you, and he goes, "That's 50 gold. That'll suit you for a good couple of, I'd say, a week, maybe 2."
I eye it like, ugh, God, and go, "It will suffice," and sort of hand him the 50 gold.
Okay, that would suit you for a week, Magnus. But all 3 of you, or 4 if you end up meeting Resin again, that lasts you about 3 days. So
they're not my problem.
Oh, okay, fine, it's fine. So you sling this pig over this headless pig over you, and bear in mind, if you were an alchemist, you could eat every part of that pig. But do you have any alchemy thing or anything like that?
Not yet.
Okay, but
I plan on getting.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
if you are gonna level up after this session, no matter what happens, because I think you already have leveled up, Magnus, because you've role played at least once. So, yeah. So in the next session, you can actually make other things from. You can eat the hooves and the offal. You can turn into sausages and stuff. So, but for now. So what's everyone else doing, Logan? What are you doing? Are you with Magnus?
No. So, well, I've sort of left Magnus to go off and collect food because I can see that he's gone in that direction. But Logan was kind of trusting of him and presumes that he's gone to get provisions for all of us. So, Logan is going to tend to the horses that seem to have been forgotten, and I'm going to go down to the stables over here and sort of make sure they're fed and watered and generally cared for by a nice stable boy somewhere.
Okay. Well, they would be next to the garrisons. They would be here, just down the road from where you are.
I'll be over there.
So you're going over there.
Oh, okay. I'm going over there.
You can check that there is a stable boy there, and he's taking a thorn out of your horse's hoof. And what was your horse called again?
Diablo.
Okay, so he's just scooping some filth out of Diablo's hoof. And Diablo is in a state of bliss at the moment because he's like, he's been waiting for that all day, just getting all this muck out of there. And he's like, "Oh, you're right, sir. Sorry, is this your horse?" Because he recognises you're a knight like straight away. He's just like, "Oh shit," he's in trouble. He's like, "Sorry, he was in pain, sir. I just thought I'd help him out."
No worries, my good man. He's you're taking fine care of him. Just make sure he's getting the proper stuff. The good hay, and he's properly watered and everything. Don't worry about the other two horses that I brought in, and just this one. Just make sure you take good care of this one, and a proper grooming too. And I'll slip him like 2 golden arms as like a little payment to the boy.
Oh, he's just like, "Oh, fantastic! Yes, sir. He will be my one. I will do it, sir. Don't you worry. All right, he'll be fine. It's not a lot of time we get to see good bred horses around here. Normally the Kale takes them all when he's off fighting that war over there, but this is the first one we've had in months. So don't you worry. I'll see to him myself." And he goes back to like,
no problem,
shoeing Diablo for you.
Good, fantastic. I'm gonna head back down to where Magnus is at the moment. Then
you see Magnus walking back to the market, and he just looks really, really. If there's a man who doesn't look happy doing mannish things, like slinging a pig over his shoulder and walking away with it, it's Magnus. He looks fucking miserable right now. He's just walking about, and you can see his eyes are just like scanning over to the severed hand and just, contemplating probably a drink or whatever. I don't know. Magnus can tell you if he. What are you thinking, Magnus, when you're walking back?
I contemplate a drink. But I'm like, I look around me and just go, "That's not my kind of drinking establishment." I'm just gonna assume. And then,
do you want to roll cunning for me, please?
Sure.
Just to see if you can. Okay. You hear several people talking about the Red Aurochs, which is the new high-end drinking establishment in the new market. Down the road. If you look on the map, it's actually marked on there.
I might have to pay it a visit.
So,
Although, do I see Logan approaching?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Hey, well, I'm going to sort of intercept him and sort of go, "Well, I have my provisions for the week."
Oh, I see. Well, I suppose I should go and gather some provisions for the rest of us then, if that's how it is. I was going to offer. Do you want me to take that off you, my friend? Looks like you're bearing some burden there.
I'll go, "Sure, just stow it with the horses and the rest of the supplies, yeah?"
I'll store it appropriately. Don't worry. Where are you off to now?
Well, I'm hearing of a drinking establishment down in the New Market. Sounds more my style than that. I sort of point over my shoulder to the severed hand.
Yes. I think you might be a little bit more welcome there as well. Judging by earlier, it doesn't look like a good crowd over here.
Okay, I just go, "Ha, I doubt it," and then sort of start walking towards the New Market.
Okay. Cool. That's fine. So Magnus, you're going towards the Red Auroch. So you're going which route are you taking? You going this way or are you going this way?
Well, that way lies the butchers and the tanners.
Yeah.
So I'm going to suggest going this way.
That's fine. So you go there. I'm gonna say that you get there, and it's fine. So Logan, what are you doing?
Apparently Logan's going to head back to the butchers and whoever else he can get provisions off and try and get provisions for the rest of us.
Okay. The guy offers to sell you another 2 pigs, and he looks at you and recognizes you're a knight, and he says, "I'll 2 pigs for 25 gold, sir. Don't you worry. They are my best ones." And he
what, mate?
He cuts the heads off these 2 fine-looking stout pigs, and
wait, and he paid how much for a pig's head?
50.
50 for. And he turns around and says, "There you go, sir. 2 pigs. Not all the best for a knight, all right? Especially one who's fought for our Kale. Don't you worry."
Sounds like a good price, my friend. Thank you very much. I might be back later.
Don't you worry, sir. Don't you worry. If you ever need any salted meats or preserved goods, come to Boris, all right? You come to Boris. And he just, gives you like a winning smile.
Thank you very much.
A winning toothless smile. Easy.
Well, the best I can manage.
Cool. All right.
And then
where are you going to go after this? Because then we can switch to Hoshi. What she's doing.
Where's Hoshi gone? What direction has Hoshi gone, actually?
I don't think you've seen her.
Past the Tanners, Hoshi?
I don't think you've seen her.
I haven't seen Hoshi. Okay. Well, I'd probably.
Well, but I'm just wandering, so I don't really know where I'm going, I guess.
Okay. Cool.
Well, I probably think that I'd seen everything I'd need to in the old market, so I'd probably head down to New Market, not necessarily to go to where Magnus is going, but perhaps to pick up some better provisions or otherwise. Okay. Sorry, Mum.
Sorry,
Ketchup. Yeah.
not hairy. Didn't have to eat it.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for looking at you.
All right.
I'm sorry you had to eat it.
So we'll go for Hoshi now. Hoshi, you're around here, around the old gate, and you can see a sign pointing into New Market, and it just says
check it out.
It says luxury velvet for the lady's figure.
That's interesting. Let's go look.
Okay. So one of the guards squints at you, like sort of suspiciously, but lets you in, and it's actually here. It's right in front of you, and you see like a woman who's modelling a dress in front, and just like twirling around, and like a few other women who are just like sort of applauding her, and
I look for whoever is clearly like the sort of store owner.
Okay. Use your perception, if you will. Just try and roll under that.
It's a 6 now.
You can use your modifier as well. It's not you can in these rolls.
But there isn't one for a 6, is it?
I don't think so.
No, it's past 10.
No.
Oh, I failed.
Oh, okay. So no. All you do, you don't see the owner outside. That's all. That's all the information you get from that.
Oh, outside.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was going inside. Oh, yeah. No, I want to go inside the shop.
Oh, so if you go inside the shop, the maitre d is actually standing behind the counter. She's a big buxom woman who's just measuring this other woman. Just looking, she looks like a low-ranking noble woman, the one who's being measured. And she goes, "Sorry, dear, I'll be with you in a minute. Felicity, see to the foreigner, will you?"
Yeah,
and so on.
I wait.
And Felicity runs out.
Interrupt.
Yeah, Felicity runs out, and she's a foreigner like you. She's Eastern, but she's from Menchai, so she looks at you and she has a bit of a sour look on her face, because obviously you lot don't like each other. And
no, wait, I'm from Menchai.
Are you from Menchai? I thought you from.
I'm not Genseni.
Okay, good. No, she's fine then, because you threw me off because Fujikawa's Japanese name and Gensen's Japanese.
Oh, I always assumed Menchai was like I just kind of chose an Eastern name.
Oh, okay. No, that's cool. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's fine. Okay.
And okay, yeah. So I say, wow, it's nice to see someone from the old country.
This goes. I wasn't born there. I was born here to a pig farmer, so I don't really have any, notion of what's going on over there.
Oh.
I just know to watch out for the others. Whenever Genseni are around, it's generally only trouble.
Okay. Sorry for the confusion there. I'm, well, I guess I'm looking for some short-term work. I work as a costume designer back home, so I wondered if you maybe needed any help.
She says, well, I've got a lot of embroidering to do, but you'd have to talk to the mistress to be signed on.
Yeah, I can do that. I can definitely do that.
Okay.
I'm not looking for a long-term thing. I'm just sort of, if you've got some things you're doing, I can do them.
Okay, so she turns around and motions you towards the mistress, and the mistress finally turns around and goes, right, so what's the problem? What can we get for the young lady? What do you want? What can we get you? And then the woman says, no, she wants employment, mistress. And, I have a lot of embroidering to do. I could do with an extra hand. She goes, oh, really? Where have you studied? And, like, just folds her arms. But not judgmental, just general interest, it looks like, on her face, I guess I studied under my mother in the Fujikawa Theatre in Menshai in Shade City. I don't know whether you'll have heard of it. Well, everyone's heard of Shade City, but I've never been there. But hey, I'll tell you what, I'll put you to work, and if you do well, there's 25 golden arms in it for you per day. How's that?
Okay. Yeah, that's great. I'll get to work right away.
Good. And she lets you go into the back room, and you can start embroidering. What skill do you reckon would be appropriate for embroidering? Because I never thought of this. Because obviously, who does?
I don't know. I didn't really spec it in because I looked at the skills and I was like, oh, this is not really a thing.
I'd probably go for speed. I'd probably go for speed.
Speed, I guess.
Yeah,
I should have spec more into speed in that case, but I am at least 6 speed. So.
Speed, I guess.
Yeah, so you can use you don't get modifier, do you? But you can, if you wish, you can.
Roll.
Yeah, roll for.
Come on.
You don't need, but you don't need to pass it. You know what I mean? Always remember, a 7 isn't disaster. You know what I mean? It's just
No, Dean, you don't understand. The honor of my family rests on this roll.
Okay.
Hi.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
All right. So your thing is like play across the loom, and I'll roll for the other girl as well. I'll see what.
I'd actually would have won.
It'd be awesome if she was just.
No, she's not as good as you. She's just.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be awesome if she's rubbish and I'm amazing.
Yeah, she gets sacked or something. But no, no, she just she's average. But like, your thing is just play over the thing. And would you like to teach her anything? Like I'd let you teach her if you want, and you probably get.
I noticed that she's doing something wrong, and then I kind of look over and like begin to speak, and then I realise that it would be really rude to tell her how to do her job when I've just started, so I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. At the night comes down because it was already getting towards night, and you are paid 50 golden arms for your work, Hoshi, and you are invited back for the next day. And yeah, she says, "Oh, hopefully I'll see you around tomorrow, and you'll get."
Yeah, I'll need to speak to my companions, but hopefully I can come back.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine, dear. Anytime you're in Dwellings Moor, you look for me. Okay, and like you walk down the street, and you can see you can actually see Magnus walking into Newmarket Square here, and he's making a beeline for the Red Aurochs. And I mean, if a man could walk without running, he's nearly running. He's literally
as
fast as his little Valerian feet can take him. He's going towards the Red Aurochs.
Yeah.
Logan, what are you doing this evening?
Well, I've just sort of headed over to Newmarket to see whether I can glean any more information about the Spire Church and their activity, sort of how morale is in the town with the war going on and everything, and see if we can get some more provisions, because I don't think we're fully stocked up yet.
Why don't you roll perception
Those three
for that? For the first...
I can
the general information roll perception. You don't need to roll perception for the provisions, but just the...
Okay. We're not in a rural area, so it's just that one. Oh dear.
Okay.
Logan.
All you can figure out is that people are going to be heading to the Red Aurochs tonight, so you can't really figure out anything other than they're just going to go in there, have a few drinks, and See what happens.
Okay. Well, I'll head where the crowd is then. Yeah, Logan's going to head where the crowd is and join Magnus.
Do you want to get any more provisions? Because the stalls will be shutting in the next couple of minutes.
Oh yeah, we'd like to do that.
There is a general food dispensary store here and here. One sells preserved meat and the other one sells fruit and veg. And some water.
Oh, we'll go to the fruit and veg.
Yeah,
fruit and veg and water, man.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Have I seen Hoshi?
Yes,
so
you have seen Hoshi now.
So she going to join me?
Yeah.
Negotiating for our food? Yeah, well. I'll motion her
I
over.
guess it's you. I say, hey Logan, I'm just gonna go grab some food, I think. Have you spoken to Magnus? He was walking down the street. He looked really worried.
No, he's he just wants to get out of the the common people area, shall we say? And he's heading over to the Red Oryx. But I'll join you there in about half an hour or so. I'm just gonna get us some supplies.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do that too. So I'll join you.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Cool. So, Logan, as you approach the store, the man behind it, who's like just hanging out like cabbages and things like that, he looks at you and goes, "Oh, Sir Knight, come here." He waves you over.
Oh, can I just quickly? I wanna. As I say, I'm gonna go with Logan. I want to like sarcastically curtsy to him and say, "It would be much safer to travel the streets with a knight."
Okay. So,
Logan's going to pay no attention to that.
Logan, you've never actually described your character, and being a knight is one thing, being a handsome knight is another. So I want you to roll a d10 for hotness, please. See.
Oh god.
See how handsome I am.
I was going to ask how handsome the stable boy was, but go there.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Okay, so you are quite the smashing fellow.
Well, Logan's already tore his shirt off, hasn't he? So
yeah.
He must be fairly.
That's true.
Yeah.
So he showed his abdos to Corthan. If you didn't watch that,
He did.
What?
Yeah, that happened.
Just ripped his shirt off.
Yeah.
Man, apparently.
And stood heroically against the sun.
Yeah. It's like, hey.
Yep.
Okay. So the man behind the store goes, "Oh, Sir Knight, yeah. You don't pay for anything at the store, alright? You don't pay for anything at the store. It's fine. You just take what you need, alright? But I only need you to pay for the meat, that's all. Just pay for the meat, and just take whatever veg you need, alright? I've got to get rid of all this anyway. It'd be such an honour to have a knight such as yourself come and peruse my wares."
Oh, thank you, my good fellow. Well, I'm looking to for some provisions for sort of 3 or 4 of myself and my companions, and we're going to be travelling for a week or so. So if you could sort of assign some provisions to me, that would be great. Okay. I'll sort of help him do that because I presume he would know how much that would.
He gives you 5 cabbages, 3 loaves of bread, and
3 what? Sorry, D?
I think it said 5 cabbages, 3 loaves of bread.
Yes.
And 5 dried fish, like dried codfish.
Dried fish.
And
fantastic.
He doesn't want you to pay for that. Like he just gives you that, and that's enough food for. I'm going to go on the mean average of you having 4 companions. That's enough food. That's like 4 units of food that you've got.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, Logan's very happy with that, and so yeah, bids him thanks and farewell, and he's going to head over to the Red Oryx once he's done there. He doesn't want to get in the way of the guys he's showing up his stall, really, so he's going to make a quick exit.
Okay, so you guys are now in the Red Oryx. Everyone's okay with that, right? No one wants to do anything else in town or anything like that?
I'm assuming Logan's got enough provisions that he can share.
Okay.
That was the plan, yeah. Logan would definitely do that. Out of character.
Oh, good. Because right now I'm slightly... I'm finding your... your sort of the way the town's treating you to be slightly ridiculous. So...
Well, I've got Magnus's pig head that he paid a pretty penny for as well, so he'd probably want that back at some point. So if nothing else, you can just eat pig head for a while.
I sort of look disgusted at the back and grab some bread.
Great, okay.
Okay.
So we're all in the red orcs now, are we?
Yeah, you're all in the red orcs, and I'm gonna leave you there for 2 minutes. Have a quick break. We'll come back at 5 to 8, and just so I can go and get myself a drink because my throat's a bit parched. So 3 minutes, and we'll get back on it again. So don't go anywhere. Focus on stream. We will be back in like literally 3 minutes. So, all right.
Well, you can go get a drink.
Yeah, go get a drink.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
Go get a drink, but you get the fuck back here, or I'll come and find you.
Else.
I'll come and find you, and I'll hold your feet above a fire for not following the bloody channel. All right. Oh.
I have a very particular set of skills.
Yeah. We'll be there at
I
the
will
house,
find you.
just knocking on your door. You
Your door,
outside, in the
baseball bat
van.
in hand.
In the van. Right, back a minute.
Jamming and torture is following it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jimmy's at the wheel of the van. Just like
He
what-
wouldn't be anywhere else, would he?
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't exactly be the muscle, would he?
No, that's true. That's true.
The scrawny dude in the stripy suit that looks like it's
I'll
made
say
out of
next-
sofa fabric.
It probably is, to be fair. Kevlar line so far.
Yeah.
But,
He got
I
Kevlar
think,
lined.
I think next Minerva session could be quite interesting. I'm going to be honest. We might, Jimmy and Caesar might have a special moment, depending on how Jimmy's feeling after he stole his blood. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he'll forgive you. He was angry that you clubbed him over the head, but he's not one to hold a grudge.
Yeah, Caesar sort of understood that. But then
He
again,
won't-
he
He
sort
won't
of thought,
forget though. Every time he sees you with a needle, he'll remember. But
flashbacks and everything.
yeah, my God, don't steal my blood.
I'm kind of intrigued by your characters in Minerva because, like, I only get a very vague sense of what they're like. So, like, I hear this sort of, like, the names Little Jimmy and Caesar are like quite ominous because I don't really know what they're like. You know, I just kind of like hear them mentioned every now and then. And like, I saw that advert that Dan did, and it's like, what? Who are these guys? You know?
You're missing out, Dan. You really are. You're missing
Yeah.
out. It's quite good.
Yeah.
Minerva
To
2.0.
be honest, I feel like I know. I'm excited. I feel like I'm more comfortable in Caesar's characters than I am in Logan's at the moment because I'm not really sure where I stand with Logan. I'm sort of on the fence of changing him a little bit, but I feel like he's kind of a long-term character, and I'm going to develop him a little bit more. I haven't quite got there. Whereas I really quite like Caesar and how he plays and everything. And we've got quite a good
like that.
team dynamic, haven't we, as well?
Yeah, like like Hassan has been so far my favorite character, just because he was the first one. It was just so fun.
See, like you, Dan.
In our campaigns, I only have to choose between Hoshi and Perse, really, for my characters. And I don't know. They're both a bit more like me in different ways. Like, I think they're both characters that are quite a lot, that are basically like, sort of, you know, different aspects of myself, but I don't really know which one I think is more that way or the other. They're probably like in different ways, but I mean, you know, Perse had some good stuff going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I find it's quite hard to create a character that isn't based around yourself in some kind of way.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's very hard.
It's really difficult.
Yeah, which bodes well for myself. Yeah.
Hmm.
But there we go.
Yeah.
I might try playing a completely ridiculous character at some point. Like, we're doing a kind of the reason I mentioned Quags is because we're doing a campaign at home at the minute that I just quickly did because we're having a sort of gaming day together, and I just said, like, let's play, because we had been doing some D&D with these guys, and I said, let's just quickly start a new campaign, and here's a system we can really quickly create characters and just go. And my brother's character was just like so good and just completely ridiculous. It basically he's a he's saying like he's a waxwork, but in a world where waxworks have been replaced by basically cyborgs, which are implanted with the brains of the individual that they're supposed to represent after they die. So you can like actually talk to the waxworks, and he's basically a waxwork of Edward Elgar.
Right. Okay. I guess.
And
That's so odd.
But the idea is that like there was a war and there was a shortage of robotics, so basically they had to refit the cyborg Edward Elgar for war. So he's like this big burly guy, That's also Edward Elgar, and like he basically after the war they didn't have enough parts to refit him, and because he's such a like bulky like combat guy, he can't compose anymore. Because he physically can't like sort of do like fine writing or like sort of just operate normally. So he basically has resorted to a life of just going around smashing shit and being a criminal for hire.
Okay, so are we all
Yes.
we all right? Go.
So I want to do a character like that at some point.
Yes, I'm ready, Dean.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are all in the tavern at the moment, just chilling out, and it's quite raucous in here. Like you can actually. For an upmarket tavern, it's quite busy. You know, there are lots of nobles standing around, just generally taking in. But these are low-level nobles. These aren't, so these are the cousins of barons and things like that. So they still live in the town, but in nice townhouses on this side of the wall. And a lot of them are discussing the war. Logan, do you want to roll a perception for me to see if you can pick up on?
Logan would love to, and he will do that. Once there. Oh,
Alright, not disastrous. So you actually, what's your perception at?
4, I think. 4.
So you can hear people just like discussing the war, and basically saying that in one stage the town was prospering because the Kale is a fair man and he paid for all the horses that he took, because the Raid Mirians respect nothing more than horses, But since then, there have been no foals there've been no studs to impregnate fillies to get the foals to make new horses. So economy is struggling at this moment in time. So the farmers are being pressured even more, and
They haven't refrigeration yet.
the fact that a battle took place just down the road only yesterday has certainly heightened tensions, and so everyone's a bit on edge at this moment in time.
Okay. Was that sort of clear from the atmosphere, or is it fairly light-hearted in the?
It's fairly light-hearted.
All that information clear from the look in the guy's face. It's like...
No. That's the word that you can hear around the place. It's just the word that you've been here for. This is the first half an hour, so you're just listening to conversations. That's what the vibe you're getting from these people.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
So.
Logan's just sort of content to sit and have a few drinks.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
At this point in time.
That would cost you 20 golden arms.
Logan's quite happy to pay that price. That's fine.
Wow,
Likes a good ale.
It's expensive around here.
It is expensive, yes.
It is.
I'm gonna wait for Logan to buy an ale and then ask if I can try a sip.
Try a sip. Okay.
Yeah, can I
yeah,
sip
sure.
now?
Go ahead. Yeah. Take my tankard.
This is a budding romance here. If there ever was one.
How does it taste, OGN?
It tastes. It's like got an oak finish to it. Like it's got a very smoky, oaky flavour. But it's also quite sweet because it's made with honey in there as well. So it's sort of like honeysuckle and oak beer. So it's quite frothy on the top too. So.
Disgusting. Take it back.
Yeah.
Oh, Logan will have his tankard back then. That's fine.
Yeah.
Continue contentedly drinking.
Alright. So, what's everyone else doing?
Just looking around nervously, staying close to Logan, who seems to be the only person that these guys actually, respect / don't seem to want to lynch in the street.
Alright, Magnus, what are you doing?
Do they serve food in this establishment?
Yeah, you do.
I shall. Is there a menu of some description?
No. You have to go up to the place and haggle for it and ask.
Well, I shall do just that. I shall
Okay.
ask them what they have.
And the serving man is the bartender's rubbing down the bar and like listening to some person's problems as a bartender does. And he sees you approaching and he's like, "All right, what do you want?"
There you What food would you serve tonight, good sir?
It's like, got hog roast, a couple of dumplings on the go, I don't know, got cabbage stew. Oh, and roast chicken. We've got a bit of roast chicken. And if you want the good bread, you pay for it, alright? We don't have any granaries around here, so we get... all of our bread has to be made on site.
I say, well, if you would get me a roast chicken, good sir, and make sure the good bread is in it.
The bread is buttered, did you say?
And make sure the good bread is with it.
Okay. He looks at you quizzically and he's like, alright. And he just like he turns around and does a number 3, number 3 sign, and then a number 4 sign. So and you actually look at the serving thing above his head. Number 3 and number 4 is chicken and bread. You know, roast chicken and bread.
Magnus, are you sure that was a good idea? Do you remember how much you paid for a salted pig's head only a few hours ago?
And he says that'll be 45 gold, please. 45 golden alms.
Have standardized prices on the book.
There are no prices on the board. There are no prices on the
It's a
board.
Well, I'm not
fancy
asking
place.
him
They
that.
don't tell you the prices.
Yeah.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
It's sort of, I go, very well, good sir, and hand over the 45.
And he goes, you know what? You seem like a good sort. Roll a cunning for me, because you've been quite polite to him. And this is a man who's quite, you know, he respects people who... Yeah, alright. So he says, you know what? The Valenrefian Red. No one likes it, no one has it. You can have it all night on the house, alright? Just remember to come back to the Red Aurochs if you ever want to drink in Dwellings more.
And here I was thinking the good sirs would be a mistake.
I to bow my head and go, thank you very much, good sir. Shall drink it plentifully.
Okay, you get a first glass of this, and it's not amazing, you know, it's not like, but to you harken back to the good old days where you'd be drinking this every day, and this would be like piss water back then. You'd be like, ugh, you know. But now, after you've not had any Valenrefian Red for so long, you'd knock it back and you're like, this is just the
Like
best thing.
of the gods.
Yeah, this is nectar. This is amazing. So, I'd like you to roll Logan to not get pissed, please. Roll against your body. That's all right.
Oh, this is becoming famous now, isn't it?
You never
Hey,
know, those might be different.
Magnus, you
Might
want
not
to
be
get
at
me
my
some? You want to get me some
No.
free wine over here?
Well, you can go and ask for some.
Logan, you are pleasantly smashed at this moment in time. You are pleasantly smashed.
I drink with moderation because I don't want to get drunk in
Pleasantly
this town.
smashed. Great, okay. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like I should have my wits about me around here.
Yep. Okay. Hoshi, do you want to drink anything?
Yeah, I want some of this. I want some of this wine, please. But not a lot, just a little bit. I'm not gonna.
Well, I shall gesture for a glass.
We're
And-
Easterners. We don't drink a lot like these Caldanians.
I go, yes, this stuff's far better than the piss they
We
drink
have
around here.
class.
Indeed, class is the word.
You
And
guys,
sort of, as the glass comes over,
Is
si-
west of
since you
Caldania.
guys have gone out of your way and told me you're not drinking a lot, that you guys don't have to roll to see if you're pissed.
yeah. So I might have like,
Did,
I'll probably
did
have a
Logan-
glass.
Carry Logan home.
Did
I'll
Logan?
get Hoshi a glass.
Did Logan hear Magnus mention piss when describing the ale? Would Logan have heard that?
Yeah, he
We're
would
all
have.
back at the
yeah.
table.
Yeah, he would have heard that. Yeah.
He's gonna sort of boisterously and drunkenly smash his tankard down on the table, sort of spilling it all over the table and maybe the others as well. So piss. This is good stuff. This is.
And
This is what we fine men drink.
A few of the blokes around you murmur go "Mrrr," like in the House of the Commons when they're all agreeing with each other.
Yeah.
Mrrr. Mrrr.
I just
gonna
raise
I
my
lean
eyebrows
over
a
to
little.
Hoshi and just go, and this is what we have to deal with.
Yeah, eyebrows raised. That is all.
Great. Is there any music about
Yeah,
OGM?
yeah. If you
Oh, fantastic.
do you want me to put it on for you? Sorry, I didn't know.
No, I just meant Logan would probably stand up and go and sing if there were people around.
There you go.
Just sort of
It's
join
on,
in with the merriment.
It's on. I'll put it on. Yeah.
He's sufficiently smashed, so he's going to go and sort of sing with the lads, as it were.
He's karaoke smashed.
That's the local name. He's probably sufficiently smashed to go, yeah, karaoke, that sort of thing.
Yeah, he's gonna sing. What are you gonna sing on the karaoke machine?
I don't know.
Dancing Queen.
Yes, totally.
I tell you what,
Yeah, Dancing Queen, yeah, sounds alright.
I tell you what, you sing like a good old, you know this area, so you sing like a good old Maid Miriam battle hymn.
I'm alright,
That's quite
I'm alright. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be alright.
Are you not gonna do it?
I think that me personally, like me actually sing.
No.
He's gonna do this. Is how we do it. My mum told Jordan.
My fault.
Alright, so is Logan gonna sing, yeah? Is Logan actually gonna sing, or is he just...
Out of character.
No, he said no. He's not going to.
Okay.
But he's not that I'm out of character. I'm not actually going to sing.
No, I mean, is Logan gonna sing, not you?
That would be a cruel requirement to ask you to sing to Twitch.
yeah. Sing!
Plus, you didn't have to be subjected to my singing. That would be horrible for everyone involved.
Alright. So later on at night, you guys stumble out of the Red Aurochs, and there are 8 men with their pickaxes standing outside, waiting for you to come out. And the man in the centre goes, "It's no business of yours, Sir Knight. Please step away from these foreign filth."
Foreign filth? I'm just going to turn around and walk back in.
Okay. At that moment, like 2 horses break through the new market, and one of them is actually one of the women who you met on the road yesterday. And she points and goes, "That's him! That's him over there!" And he's just like, "He saved me! He saved me!" And she turns around and beckons, and this man in quite ornate steel armor just like rides up, and he goes,
"Oh shit!"
He points at Logan and goes, "You there? Did you see this woman on the road yesterday?"
Logan's gonna sort of amble over and take a very regal bow and say, "Yes, I did, sir."
Are you gonna?
It goes.
We're about to get lynched.
He goes, "Right, everyone in the square dispersed, or I'll have you all hanged." And they all just like murmur, go. And he says, "I'm the elder man of this village, and this was my wife. Well, is my wife. Come with me. You'll be sleeping in my keep tonight, away from all this rabble."
That was a bit of a close shave there.
How coincidental.
Thank you, and my companions too, I presume.
Yeah, that's fine.
No thanks to old Maggie over here.
Fantastic. We'll lead the way, and thank you for your generosity.
Oh yeah.
So give him another bow, but a little bit shallower this time. So,
all right. So
a knowing bow.
It's now about 9 p.m. 10 p.m. and you're in Dwelling's Keep at the top of the map there, and it's a typical Maid Miriam keep. It's made mainly of timber, with made from the wood behind it, and you go in and you can basically smell oak and cedar everywhere, just like really varnished oak and cedar. And you guys have a nice bath. You know, you're well looked after. You have food. The provisions that you bought are tended to and put away. And the elder man, whose name escapes me for the moment, I will look it up though, and you'll see. Okay, it's Roderick, Alderman Roderick, and he's a man with a ponytail, like a warrior's tail down the back of his head, and he looks like he's about in his mid-50s, you know. And he's dining with you tonight, and he's made sure that he's put on like a lavish spread for you for saving his wife on the road. So this is one of those, just out of the game for a moment, this is one of those situations where, you know, decisions that you make can have echoes later on, and they will. This is quite a simple one, but they will get more and more and more complex. So just be mindful when you get into these situations what you're doing. So He leans forward to and he pats like Logan on the back, like, good on you, sir. I hear the fight was well fought on the road. My wife said you moved like a panther out there. She was very impressed.
And you say, well, that's very complimentary. Yeah, no, we none got away, and it was a good fight, honourable.
Good. Magnus, have you taken your Valentine Red with you? I presume because they gave you like 3 bottles of it.
Yeah, sure, I'll take it with me.
Okay, good. So add that to inventory. So you've got that. Okay, cool. So the alderman like leans forward to Logan and says, "I don't suppose you'd be willing to do me another favour. This time for payment, not just a night in my hall."
You have but to ask.
He says, I have a group of bandits nearby. They keep stealing our livestock. I want their leader, whose name is Reed, to be gagged and brought before me.
Is there a reason why you want him alive?
I'm not a thug, sir. If a man does something wrong, he should face justice. He shouldn't be murdered in the forest like some back alley dwelling cunt. He should be brought here in front of me to face trial and judgment.
Ah, you are an honourable man. I wanted to see your intentions. Thank you. How far away are these bandits? Where have they been raiding you?
We think their camp is around 10 leagues to the west. So we can have our scouts lead you halfway there and then give you a map of the surrounding area.
Very well. Well, let me discuss it with my companions, and I'll tell you our answer. I'm going to step up and sort of motion for the others to come over to me and relay the information that I've just had and ask them what they think.
Well, he certainly provides a stark contrast to the citizenry.
Yes, indeed.
Dean, can I roll to see if Logan could tell whether he was a born noble or whether he'd earned it?
Yep.
A born knight, or was he a knight, or is he just a nobleman?
He's a nobleman.
He's a nobleman. Okay.
Yeah. So
was he born into nobility?
So no, he was not born into nobility. You're sort of getting that. Yeah.
Okay. Logan's even more impressed then. So Logan's at this point is quite keen to head off these bandits because it seems like quite an honourable quest, to put it a better way, for want of a better word. So what does everyone else think?
I care nothing for honour, but I guess the gold arms might be useful. So
Gold does always help. Yes.
I guess.
Hoshi, what say you?
Sorry, what was that?
He's asking what you think about what's going on.
What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, he seems like a stand-up guy. I say we kind of just, well, hear him out. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. No, I agree. So Logan's going to lead them back over and sort of motion to him to get his attention, the older man.
He says, "Oh,
I can imagine he's sort of...
Good. He stands up and he goes, "Alright, have you decided?"
Yes, I think we're in agreement. We'll fend off these bandits for you, but we need a little bit more information first. I think my companions may wish to ask you some questions.
Oh, fire away. And he just pours himself a nail.
Well, the man Reed, how many should we expect to find?
Well, he's taken a few of my household guard with him. Bribed the sods, I should expect. I used to have 150 men here, now I count 98. Make of that what you will.
Their allegiance, but he's a common bandit, so their allegiance to him is bought with gold. They should be very easy to...
Perhaps, but you know your trade, young lady. I do not profess to know the ways of a mercenary. If you think that's the case, then I wish you well in bringing him in. But I have no idea what the temperament of his men are. All I know is that they're base scum and need to be hunted down. His men I care nothing for. Do with them what you will.
How many of your guard have you lost him?
52.
52.
Mm.
That's a lot.
What's going on? Somebody's microphone is really in my ear, and I think it might be Magnus's. It's like popping all the time. It's really loud, yeah. I don't know what it is. It's weird.
Better?
Yeah, much better. Okay. Yeah, so he says, yeah, in these trying times, men need to feed their families, and I understand that. And pickings around here have been slim since the war began. That doesn't excuse treachery, especially against your own lord.
Well, excuse me for asking, this seems almost rude to say, but how well trained are your household guard?
That's not rude at all, young lady. Well, the ones around Dwelling's Keep are very well trained. They are men of the army who have been retired. So these are men who have earned their retirement and have a good position here in the keep. The men around town, local rabble given spears. But the ones that Reed took with him when he left our town, well, they're of a different breed. Most of them we hired as mercenaries. Most of them were, I am ashamed to say, are better swordsmen. Have left. If you convince them to come back to their rightful place and to guard these people with their lives as they swore to do, then I'll be very grateful. If not, then their deaths will be a necessity, I'm afraid.
Are you sure that Reed bought them with gold alone?
I don't know. I will be honest with you and say I do not know.
It is a difficult problem.
That it is, that it is.
Well, I say we
Magnus,
find this Reed.
Me too.
The sooner this peasant's dead, the better. Let's just get on with this.
I can offer
Okay.
you.
Logan sort of nods to the
I can tell you have a lot of fire in your belly. You haven't even asked what I'm paying you yet.
Also, Magnus, that's rude. Not all peasants sell you pig's heads for more
50
money.
gold. Yeah, well, I had a pretty low opinion of Caldanians walking into this town, and it has decreased.
Fair enough.
You did get free wine though.
Yeah, I'm liking the innkeeper. There are exceptions to the rule.
Alright, so would anyone ask the your man anything?
Well, how much are you paying?
It's not really concerned with the money, but I can imagine the other two might bring it up at some point.
I'm not too bothered.
Okay.
I would like to know.
He says I can offer you a reward of 250 golden arms each for this task. And if you get... And I'll throw this in as well. For every 10 men you bring back to me who have left me here, I'll give you another 200 gold.
Good.
I wouldn't think to insult your capacity to reimburse us for these endeavours, but I think this is going to be a little more difficult than 200 gold's worth of espionage.
Well, what would you think would be reasonable? Roll cunning, please. No, actually, what figure would you say to him? Start with game.
I would say 500 gold.
Oh yeah,
each.
roll cunning for me.
Okay.
If it's going to be like 50 gold more, he'd be like, oh, good haggler, yeah, but no. Okay. He looks down his nose at
My
you.
cunning is 6.
And he's like, strike
That's
hard.
only my professional opinion as a mercenary.
You strike a hard bargain. Alright? Alright. I'll make you a deal. 500 gold each for the completion of the task. You bring Reed here to me. But I will now only give you 100 gold per 10 men you bring back to me. Because I simply cannot empty my treasury overnight.
Out of character, what was the previous figure
100,
for the men?
200 per 10.
200 per 10.
Yeah. No, and it was 250 and 200 per 10. Now he's offering 500 and 100 per 10.
Can I discuss this with my companions?
You may, but my patience is wearing thin for these negotiations. But you may.
I'll only be a moment.
Okay. Fine. He goes back to
So I draw the other two aside.
eating his chicken.
I draw the other two aside, and say, look, I'll be honest with you, I've bought plenty of people off in my time, and there's no way this man has lost 52 men to a bandit over simple matters of gold. I don't know why they're following this reed, but there is a very, very little chance we will be returning more than 30 men.
Well,
And as such, I think
was
we
under
should
that
take the
opinion.
500.
I was under that opinion myself.
Then are we in
Well,
agreement?
if that's what you feel is necessary, in terms of your expertise, particular expertise, Hoshi, then yes, I'll agree with you.
Thank you, Logan. I turn back to Roderick, and
Okay.
I say I believe we're in agreement. 500 gold for the complete of the task, and read in front of you, unharmed, well, alive, let's say. And 100 per 10 men that we can convert back to your cause.
He says, fabulous. You'll have homes here, of course, until this task is complete. And I will have your horses shod and fed, and your provisions restocked. And he basically allows you to go and use his facilities for the night.
Interesting. Logan will give him a
Thank you, your
very
hospitality is
generous bow and leave.
I
most.
shall bow my head and head to my quarters.
Cool. Alright,
I give a low bow, of course.
cool.
Not about to just watch these two.
Okay. So you guys wake up in the morning, and the captain of the scouts comes with you, and you ride in the morning to just outside the town centre. People are giving you like much more respect now, because you're carrying the Elderman's seal. Don't forget you've got the Raid Mirian Royal seal as well, which means you're on the Kale's business. So if you get into trouble, you can hold that up and say to peasants and say, "Get the fuck away from me."
We should have been doing that already.
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
I suppose it's better to.
Yeah, I
suppose
don't
it's
want to be
better
flashing
to-
it around though.
Yeah, that's
People
what I
might
was
start
just
asking
thinking.
questions.
Okay,
Better
so
to move
15. That would be.
quietly as we can.
You now have full 6 units of food, so 15 feet would be 1.5. Yeah, 1.5. So this is going to cost you 3 units of food there and back. So you'll be down to 3 when you get back. Okay?
That's okay. Yeah. I'm sure his knightliness, Sir Logan, can find us more food.
Yeah.
I can certainly
Yeah,
try.
I'm assuming Koshi's told me about the fact that he got all this food for free
Oh yeah.
And
I'm
I'll
definitely
rant
gonna
and
say
rave about
later
it.
on.
to Hoshi at great length.
Yeah.
The
We're
hypocrisy
talking
of the,
smack about
Yeah.
Logan behind
We are talking smack right
of
now.
the situation.
so much. Sorry, Dan. Nothing personal.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's a little personal.
I thought it might be.
Mhm.
Okay. Is
Said
this
50
yellow
gold.
circle here for a reason?
Yep, that's where you're going.
Okay, let's
Can I
go
just
there.
point out that Hoshi equally finds your acquisition of that head hilarious, as much as we're like, bitching about Logan. Like that's just funny.
Yeah, when Logan hears, he has a hearty laugh from that.
Yeah, because I love that Magnus is just so far removed from normal life that he doesn't realize that 50 gold is a ridiculous price for a pig's head.
Yeah, he was had off there, to be fair. He was had off there.
The slaves used to do that. That was their job.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. No, sorry, no, carry on.
Okay. So, the scout leaves you with a map of the area, and eventually you come on to a place called what was it called? The Ragged Hills. The Ragged Hills is what they are. And he tells you that this is the spot where there is a series of not massive canyons, but like outcropping hills where the bandits are taking refuge. And there are sentry hills near the actual canyon place itself. So I'm gonna put you on that map now, so you can.
Oh.
Okay. Just revealing some areas for you. Okay, that's what you can see at the moment because you appear on the map on horseback here. So draw yourselves around here for me somewhere. Fantastic. X's generally circles work better because you can just pick them and move them rather than falling apart. We figured out.
You say that, but every time I draw anything, it never moves.
Yeah.
It's extremely annoying.
Okay.
Ah, there you go, that's better.
Sorry, I just realised I had my mic muted. I was going to say, I was going to do the dark green of my kimono, and then I realised that we're on grass, so that's probably not wise.
Yeah.
Never gonna work.
Camouflage.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, can my profile picture be canon?
Okay, so what do you guys want to do? For what the scout said is that you've got to get through these hills, basically, to get to the ridges where the bandits call themselves home, and there are scouts around this area for the bandits.
Okay, well, first things first, I'm going to look around for scouts.
You're all level 3, by the way.
In the open.
You're all level 3 now, which is good.
Level 3?
Okay.
Should we level up?
No,
stat?
you level up between
Cards.
Okay.
Twin session, so. Okay. Logan is quite competent in rural areas. So are we in sort of a forest area at the moment? And are we off the main beaten track?
You're off the main beaten track. You're not in a forest, no. It's just a series of hills that are in front of you.
Okay, fantastic.
The reason why you
Logan
can see
would like to look around
down here and you can't see through here, because there's a hill right here.
Okay. Logan would like to look around for any sort of obvious signs of, you know, people being about, moving about, sort of tracks or anything like that. So I would give a roll for that. Okay. Have a -6.
Okay.
I see the Matrix.
You can see this. Now there are. You can't see that, but you can, like, you drop down and just like start to you tell the other two to be quiet and you just listen intently and you watch and you can see figures moving around in the bushes on top of this hill here. And then you can see 3 bandits just appear across here, and then they disappear back around the corner again. So that's where you can't see these people here, but you know that's where they probably are.
Okay. Well, Logan immediately thinks some kind of sentry hill.
Mm-hmm. What do your elf eyes
see? Yes, Yoshi. What do my elf eyes see? Well, there seems to be a sentry hill up to our left, and some bandits beyond that. There seems to be sort of a patrol, perhaps. So I think we should probably head up there rather than skirting around. Otherwise, we'll be seen too early. So, Hoshi, if you'd like to follow, or I can follow. I mean, I can lead, or you can lead.
Yeah. What did any of the bandits? Do you notice anything about any of the bandits? I'm looking for any sort of interesting gear that they might have that would.
Well, I haven't really.
Part of the guard.
I don't think I've seen anything distinguishing at this point. It's just I think out of character, I think I've just seen like little bits and bobs.
Okay.
So I've heard things, and Logan's kind of listening to the ground and looking at the ground, and he hasn't really seen very much of them.
No, you haven't actually seen
keep
them.
an eye out. Keep an eye out for scouts, especially those that look like they are, let's say, out of place.
Why exactly?
Household guard.
Yeah.
Even if I don't plan on actually getting any of them back to the cause of this Roderick, I intend to use them.
Okay, so what's everyone doing? Let's move it along.
I'm waiting to see what they do.
Following Logan, basically.
Not exactly my forte.
Logan's going to try and scale the hill here. As much fun as climbing was last time. Let's hope it goes better this time.
Okay.
I presume there's sort of cover all the way up, is there? And cover at the top that I could jump into, for example. So there's bushes on the top, did you say?
Yep. I'm going to make you roll a sneak check for that. So roll against your speed.
Oh no, you had to say speed, didn't you?
That's what it says in the rules.
I'm going to make a massive noise now, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, sorry, guys.
So
to be fair, you are a knight clad in full plate armor.
Yeah, so
it's true.
You see them all up there, but then you like fall flat on your face as you try to be Solid Snake up the hill.
Oh god.
And so all four of them jump up out of the bushes and start raining you with arrows. I'm gonna roll D10 minus.
I just turned to Hoshi to raise my eyebrows to the sky.
Okay, the first one's a crit.
And roll my eyes.
Second one is not a crit, but what's your base body score? You know, your body score, what is it?
8.
Okay, that's fine.
My skin armor bonus is 16, and then AS is 40.
Yeah. It's another hit. Okay, so we got a hit, a miss, a hit, and a crit. And
Okay.
where are they firing at you with? Okay, what armor do you have on? You have pretty good armor, don't you? I remember.
I do, I think so. It is, yes, Caldanian splint plate. So quite good.
Cool. Okay. So Tails Forest Bow 10d8. So
Wait, who has the Tails Forest bow right now?
the guys on the hill.
Oh, I thought you sorry, I meant the like awesome bow that you gave us.
Yeah.
Yeah, resin.
Resin has it.
Yes. Indeed.
Honestly,
He still hasn't given it to you.
one archer in the party.
Okay, how much
right?
HP do you actually have?
220.
Okay. The crit
But I'm
did
taking a 40 each time, aren't I?
the crit did 91 damage,
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 51.
and the 2 hits combined did 82 damage.
Okay,
So, like,
so another
take 2 damage.
2. 2 damage, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Logan's quite happy with that.
Yeah.
Right.
So the arrow slam.
What would everyone else like to do?
And you grunt. That's what's everyone's speed? Because it's perception. Because that goes on. Who goes first?
Perception. I am
4.
8.
Okay. So Magnus, I think you're going first.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do right now. Like, I might just sit back and let them deal with it.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't need to get involved with this.
Okay. These guys have come over here.
So I'll sort of like go back a bit, so I'm sort of out of the immediate line of sight, and just let them two deal with it. For now.
Cool. Who got the next highest perception? I think it's Dan.
Me, sorry. Goddamn microphone. Yeah, it's me. I've got 6 perception.
Okay. By the way, these aren't new people.
So-
They're black is where they've moved, so don't worry, because I can't move them. So yeah.
My first point was, I yelled to Logan. I said, honestly, for all your tracking ability, you make such a racket. And you, Magnus, can you do something useful, please? And then I pull out my bow and sort of try and get a look at the bandits.
Okay. You can see 2 of them from there. I'd let you do a perception to see if you can eye the others.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that actually, because I think, well, I get 3 actions and I can use my rapid reload on each action, can't I? So I can fire
Cool.
6 arrows. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do.
Go ahead.
So,
Make my day.
Here's perception. I fail. So 2, yeah.
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do is I don't know whether this is a bit left field, but you know, I've got that aim for the joint ability.
Yep.
Can I deliberately aim not to? We've lost Logan.
It's okay. Carry on.
Can I deliberately aim not to kill?
Yes.
I just want to shoot them in the leg or something. Incapacitate them so they can't. I'm going to do that in both cases.
Okay. Do it.
Basically, fire off as many shots as I need to at each to sort of stop them from doing anything. So I'll do them one by one, I guess. What should I roll? Just hit.
Yep. Just roll to hit.
Okay.
Well, what does the joint say? I mean, what does the what does it say? The joint thing. Hit the joint.
It's the thing that you said, where if you hit, you quadruple damage because you aim for a particular joint. But I thought based on the sort of like the meta, or not the meta, but based on the sort of fluff stuff behind that, it involves shooting
it's
at
not
a
that.
particular
It's an auto critical hit if you hit
area.
them. And then if you score, a critical hit, then you quadruple damage.
Right, yeah. But I mean, I guess based on the fluff of that, I kind of wanted to, you know, whether I need to use that ability or not, I want to aim to do a non-lethal strike on them, basically.
Okay. That's fine. So the 9. What's your modifier? You got a modifier. You should take it off.
I'm bowman 8, so my modifier is -2, so I guess that's a hit.
Yep. Carry on.
Yep. And then so that is as well.
Yep.
And that's crit, is it?
No, you don't crit with your modifier, and that's a critical fail. But nothing happens.
Oh.
So
okay.
So hit.
Well, I got 6, don't I?
Yeah. So that's an auto crit, an auto.
More.
Hang on. Let me just do this. That's an.
Sorry.
A miss. A miss. A miss. An auto crit. Auto crit. Auto crit. Miss. So 3 crits.
Wait. Oh no, but I'm not using aim for the joint if that's going to murder them with my critical hit.
You just said you wanted to incapacitate them. That's fine.
Yeah. So it's, what is it? The 8 is the perception, so it's 9, 7, 4, 10, 3, 9. So hit, miss, hit.
Hang
Because
on
my
a minute.
modifier is -2, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So roll damage for those.
Yeah. So it's 10d8.
Yep. I'm just gonna let you incapacitate them as they go.
So, should I continue?
Yeah, carry on. So we got on record.
So some pretty nicely even rolls there.
So you've thundered some arrows into the bush, and you've actually killed one by accident. But the other three, one of them's been taken in the shoulder, and he's on the floor, crying in pain. And the other two have been taken, like one's taken near the groin, and the other one's taken on the knee. He used to be an adventurer, but now he's took an arrow to the knee, and he's now on the floor, just like.
Oh, he can always become a guard.
Yeah, he's going to become a guard again, I think. Okay. So Magnus, what do you want to do? Do you want to do anything?
Well, I see that Hoshi has killed one of them. So I'm now going to attempt to use Denial on Death on said dead individual.
That would be this one here.
Point of order before you do that. Can I just quickly ask a question? Because it is relevant to what's about to happen. Do we know that Magnus is a necromancer yet? I don't think we do.
I certainly do.
Yeah.
I certainly do.
In our first encounter, like the guy who we were in charge of, like fell into the fire and died, and I kind of raised him back from the dead and had him march around. So.
Okay, right. So I don't
think
think
you saw that or not in that. Battle, I don't know.
Okay,
Well, you